Welcome back, everybody. The summer heat is here, almost here. And although summer's a great time to get outside and enjoy all of this warm weather, there are some dangers that come along with that extreme heat, especially for the seniors in our community. Joining me now to talk a little bit about that is Steve Estepona. I apologize for that, Director of St. Mary's Home Care. Steve, this is we're just about on the cusp of 100-degree temperatures coming up this weekend and for a number of days. So let's talk about it. Why is it important for seniors to use that extra caution during these hot summer days that we've got ahead of us?
Yes, hi, Melissa. The senior community is probably one of the most vulnerable people when it comes to the extreme temperatures. The aging process causes less opportunities to have that urge for drinking and that urge for thirst. So they're most vulnerable because sensitivity to heat. So it's just extra precautions are necessary.
What would you say is the number one safety concern or caution for seniors during the summer?
Heat exhaustion is probably the most what we're most concerned about. Making sure that people maintain a core body temperature maintain it without extreme heat is probably the best way to do it. Making sure that the house doesn't go over 80, having a good regulation of temperature in the house, using ceiling fans if necessary, air conditioning, or going to areas with air conditioning is probably the most important.
Yeah, head over to the mall if you can. It's always nice and cool
Absolutely.
over there. As a caregiver, what would you say, what would you recommend to those people to protect seniors that they're helping to take care of?
Caregivers, the main thing is to make sure they have a good way of touching bases with their seniors, making sure they're touching bases with them every day during extreme heats, making sure that there's ways of touching bases with family and friends. Just that constant contact is probably the best thing to do.
Also, checking on those neighbors, right? So important. If you've
Absolutely.
got someone next door to you and you're just not sure, just go knock on the door and say hello. What would you say are some of the other recommendations for seniors this time of year?
Other recommendations, mainly to talk to the physicians about whether their medications may have adverse reactions when it comes to extreme heat, making sure that they understand about fluid restrictions, and making sure that they talk to their doctors if they are on a fluid restriction, if they should be increasing during extreme heat, making sure that they, if they drive, that they park in cool areas, making sure that they just stay in shaded areas if feasible. Staying connected with neighbors and friends, again, that's always important. And above all, making sure that you're well hydrated. I think that's the number one thing, is to stay well hydrated, avoid caffeinated drinks like coffee or sodas, and water is your best bet.
And just really quickly on hydration, is there a certain amount? Should you be drinking more during hot days or just keep your level? You know, we've heard stories about people drinking too much water, not enough. Would you just say, is it just drink when you're thirsty or just stay hydrated all day long, and how much?
Staying hydrated all day long is pretty much the best recommendation. 4 to 8 glasses of water, but you want to definitely make sure that if you have any heart conditions or any other conditions that cause you to have a restriction from your doctor, that you're just touching bases with that doctor to make sure that doctor knows how much you're taking in.
Steve Estepona, so many great tips. We really appreciate you being on with us today on our Wellness Wednesday.